Good afternoon, gentlemen. It's your favorite commissioner coming at you pre-recorded once again for another edition of the League Recap. We're on the League 13, as you guys all know, and we are in Week 9. I would like to apologize, both myself and Matt would like to apologize for not getting the recap out yesterday. As you all know, we had some stuff going on that kind of kept our attention and distracted us from the recap. So my apologies for that, but better late than never, I guess. So I'm kind of doing a little different this time. As you can see, I'm back in the truck. I know I've done this in the truck in the past. Nick, I'm not in the work van as I used to be. But yeah, we're going to just kind of wing this here. So you have to forgive me. I don't have my laptop with me, but I just spent the last 10 minutes writing down a bunch of notes. So hopefully I don't miss anything. Hopefully it's still a good recap. But either way, I think we can all kind of celebrate today. I don't know. Maybe there's a closet leftist in our group. Sorry if I offended you, but I think we are all happy with how last night went. Anyways, politics aside, let's get into the important stuff, which is fantasy football. First matchup we have is between Brandon and Mitch. And Mitch comes out victorious in this matchup with a 152.96, essentially 153 points to Brandon's 113.98. So a pretty big blowout here by Mitch. Mitch, you are 5-4 and in fourth place. Brandon 6-3 and in second place. Brandon, you had Alvin Kamara get you 27.5 points, and that was the only guy on your team worth mentioning. So, yeah, probably not going to go well for you when you have a poor performance on your team like that. 113. Well, I don't know. I feel like the 113 is one handful of weeks this week, but yeah, not this week. Mitch, on the other hand, had Jane Daniels go off for 20. Garrett Wilson got him a 30 spot. 26 out of Derrick Henry, and Cooper Kupp got him 21. Surprised Mitch is able to put up so many points when he also has another fantasy team to manage in the Guillotine League. You'd think with having all that, extra managerial responsibility that he wouldn't have time to dedicate to this league and pull out another victory, but he did. So congratulations, Mitch. Being in the Guillotine and our league at the same time at this point in the season is a feat that's rare. So congratulations to you. Anybody else who might be in that same boat with you. So yeah. So and I have notes over here. The note I have for this matchup is, Brandon, you are currently on a 4-game losing streak to Mitch. So if you would happen to see Mitch in playoffs, that's probably not good for you if you guys make playoffs. So that's that matchup. Next matchup we have is between Matt and Corey. And another pretty uneventful matchup here. Pretty big blowout, much bigger than the previous matchup we just talked about. Corey, you're 7-2 and in first place. You had 167.6 points to Matt's 113.2. Matt, you're 4-5 and in seventh place. So Corey is in sole possession of first place. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I feel like, was it last year or 2 years ago? I think Corey had the number 1 seed and then lost out or something like that. I can't remember exactly how it went, but anyways, so yeah, we got that. But Matt, your matchup went like this. Dak, your starting quarterback, is on IR, so that sucks. He also plays for a shitty team, so that's even worse. But you had Cortland Sutton get you 23 points. So that was really the only thing worth mentioning on your team, whereas Corey's team had Lamar Jackson go off for 24 points. He got another 30 spot out of Zay Flowers, and he got a second 30 spot from Saquon Barkley, 33 points. So a lot of 30-pointers this week, or a lot of high-scoring fantasy football players. I believe, yes, I do have a note for that one. Corey, congratulations. You're on a 4-game winning streak against Matt. So 2 4-game winning streaks against, 2 people have 2 4-game winning streaks against the people who played this week. So that's kind of cool. So there's that. So Matt, you're the first team out of playoffs if the playoffs started today, which they do not. Next matchup we have is between Tim and Mike. Tim, congratulations. You got to win, buddy. Tim got the victory, 140.72 points to Mike's 112 points even. Both teams are at 4-5, but Tim is in 9th place and Mike is in 6th place. I don't believe I had any notes for that matchup. Apparently that was a very uneventful one. Tim, you had Devon Achane get you another 30 spot, 32 points there. Mike, you had Josh Allen get you 23 and Chuba Hubbard get you 21. Not really a whole lot to talk about in that matchup. 2 teams that are, I was going to say out of playoffs, but Mike is in playoffs that they started today, and Tim has the same record as Mike. So Obviously, I don't know what the point differential is. I'm not able to record and look at the Yahoo app on my phone at the same time, so that's why I had to write all this stuff down. So I'm not sure what the point differential is, but yeah, I mean, all it takes is one win from Tim, and he leapfrogs Mike, assuming Mike does not win. So there's that. Notes on the other side for the last two matchups. And now you're all wondering, which matchup am I going to do next? We're going to save the matchup of the week for the end. So we'll go to Nick and Ben. And Ben, buddy, I'm sorry. 0-9, 10th place, obviously. 117.44 to Nick's 119.96. And I know somebody asked this in the group chat the other day. That was Ben's closest loss, or the smallest amount of margin of victory loss. You know what I'm trying to say. By 6 or 7 points approximately. Now Ben is tied. Ah, shit. I just should have looked this up. Ben is tied for the longest losing streak in the league ever. There's two other people that have the longest losing streak. I know Don was one of them, but I don't remember who the other one was. I'm trying to think. I want to say I want to say Brandon and Nick had the 8-game losing streaks, and me and Matt had I think Matt and Don had the 9-game losing streaks. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. But you're in elite company, Ben. Congratulations. And you only done it in your 3rd or 4th year in the league. I think it's your 4th. The other thing I did not look up is if Ben loses next week, he will set the record for the longest losing streak ever. So whoever he faced in week 1, he's also facing this upcoming week. So whoever you are, I don't believe it's me, but whoever you are, you thought Nick had a lot of pressure on his shoulders. Boy, whoever you are has a ton of pressure on your shoulders. So you better beat Ben. Ben's just trying to get a win at this point. Anyways, enough about the losing streak. Let's get into the matchup. Like I said, Ben 0-9, 10th place. Nick, you're 5-4 and in 5th place. Nick, you had J.K. Dobbins get you 25 points, and the tight end battle of the night, as some of us were watching at the Strike Force Bowl on Monday night. K. Dotton caught that touchdown in the 3rd quarter or just before halftime, which we all thought solidified it, but then Kelsey decided also to put up 22 points. You also had 30 points out of Burrow, another 30 spot, 20 points out of Darnell Mooney. But Kelsey recorded his most receptions he's ever had in a game, and it still wasn't enough to beat Nick and his buddy K. Dotton. Because I'm pretty sure Kelsey did not have a touchdown. I think he only had 100 yards. For 14 catches, that really isn't that great, but whatever. So, Ben, you're on a 9-game losing streak, like I said. Oh, here's the other tidbit I wrote down for this one. Nick, you broke a 3-game losing streak to Ben. So before last week, you had lost the last 3 games to Ben, but you broke that. So congratulations on getting off that snide. So that's awesome. So if you thought that matchup was exciting, wait till we get to the matchup of the week. And that is between myself and Perk. I got the win, 130.48 points versus Perk's 99.64 points. Perk, you get the weekly low score, which I gotta believe that's probably the highest weekly low score of the year so far. I'm not saying it's a great score, but it seems like there's been a lot of 90s and 80s, and I think there was even a 50 from Ben this year. So you're the only person to not score 100 points by 0.36 or whatever that is. But yeah, hopefully you're having fun in your bang-a-thon this weekend, or this week, I should say, before hunting. Like I said, I get the win. I'm 6-3 up to 3rd place. Excuse me. Brand's ahead of me in 2nd. I'm in 3rd place at 6-3. Perk, you're 4-5 and in 8th place. Matchup wise, I had Jalen Hurts go off for 30 points, another 30 spot. JJ got me 22. I had Cedric Tillman and Devontae Adams both on my bench, and both got me 20 points. So I could have won by even more, but why pour on when I already got the win? Perk, on the other hand, 25 points out of Mahomes. Bijan Robinson got 22 points, and he had 4 players get him under 4 points this week. So that is poor managerial skills, if you ask me. I mean, I know one of his players got carried off on a stretcher, but that's an excuse. I don't know what he hurt, but whatever he hurt is a long ways from the heart. Perk, you're on a 4-game... No, sorry. I'm just on a 4-game winning streak. Not to Perk in general, but I'm just on a 4-game winning streak. Corey, sorry, I meant to mention this earlier. Corey, you're also currently on a 4-game winning streak, and I think you and I play each other this week, so someone's 4 has to go. I also had the lowest winning score, which is something I don't normally look at, but I feel like 130 points is a pretty high, low winning score. Everybody who lost this week did not score as high as I did, so I wonder how many times that's actually happened where like the top 5 point getters all won. I don't know, just something I thought of or noticed. And lastly, the thing we're going to go over is, I promised this last week and didn't get to it, but our magic numbers. I just basically started keeping track of them after week 8 because I feel like they're kind of pointless early on in the season. But after the halfway point, I feel like they're more important. I mean, we're well past the halfway point. I think we have 5 weeks left. So without further ado, here's everyone's magic number in order. Corey, now remember, I know I say this all the time when I talk about magic numbers, but the magic number is your wins combined with the guy in 7th place losses. So if you want your magic number to go down, you need either to get a win or you need the guy to be in 7th place gain a loss. So right now the person in 7th place is, I believe it's Matt. Matt's in 7th place. So he doesn't necessarily need to go from 5 losses to 6 losses, but next week you just want whoever's in 7th place to get a 6th loss, or to their losses go to 6. If it stays at 5, then your magic number does go down. You get what I'm trying to say. Anyways, magic numbers in order. Corey, your magic number is 3. Brandon and myself are at a magic number of 4. Mitch and Nick have 5. Mike, Matt, Perk, and Tim all have a magic number of 6. And Ben, you are still in it. Your magic number is 10. You would need to win out and have whoever is in 7th place end up with 10 losses. So that's kind of it's impossible. But yeah, so technically Ben is still in it, but let's be honest. So anyways, that's the recap. Sorry for the delay. Sorry for the poor quality preparation, whatever you want to call it. But we'll go into this week. Your guys should all be facing who we faced in week 1. And good luck to all the hunters out there. And yeah, we'll talk to you next Tuesday.